How's it going, everybody? My Bad here, coming in today with the 8th episode of the Shoutout series. So I'm going to start spreading these out more as I get more and more people. I don't know when this thing's going to end. Right now I have it up to 12 episodes, and this is number 8, so by the time I get to 12, there's probably going to be 14 or 15 more. So let's get to it. The first person I want to talk about is Matt Pearson of Blazes and Blades. Matt Pearson and I have become pretty good friends over the past year. He's a great friend of the channel. We talk on sorry about that, mouth's dry. I've been dry all day. I think it was from the alcohol drink last night, but we email quite often back and forth. He sent me a package of fat wood. I still need to send him a package when I find some more fat wood in Arkansas. Since I sold my property, I don't have access to that abundant amount of fat wood anymore. I just need to get out in the woods and find it. It ain't no big deal. But anyways, I'm going to get him some of that fat wood one of these days. I'm going to send it back to him. He's from Canada. He loves to fish for trout, catfish, pike, bass. He loves firearms. He goes out to the firing range. His buddies at the firing range call him Wick because he doesn't miss often. Loves the sports shooting, loves dogs, big animal lover, has a yellow lab named Hunter, and he's a yellow lab, I believe. His first knife was a buck 110 when he was 10 years old. His love of bushcraft come from being outdoors so much as a kid. And if he had a place he would like to live, as long as it's secluded and up in the north where it doesn't get too hot all the time, he would be pretty happy. His Holy Grail knife will be a Jason Knight custom bushcraft knife, but he personally cannot justify it to himself to spend $2,000+ on a knife, so he said he would never get one. Maybe one of these days we can do a GoFundMe to go get him a $2,000 knife. Maybe. He started making his videos so his children would have something to remind them of when he passes off. Now, he's not an older person or anything, but I kind of did the same thing when I started my channel. It was for my family to have something to remember me by. But he didn't want to just have photos for his kids, and he would like for them to see him interact with what he loved to do and love in his life and hear his voice. So that's a very, very wonderful thing that I believe that Matt, if you don't respect somebody that loves their family that much, I don't know what to say to you. And you should definitely go subscribe to him. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to subscribe to him. That the love of your family and doing something for your family, I think, is number one, because of the way I feel about mine. He does Fat Wood Fridays. He does outdoor fires and brews coffee on an outdoor fire. He's got a wonderful knife collection, a lot of bucks, a lot of Spyderco, some customs. He does pocket check and video response to other YouTubers, so you get to see a lot of interaction between him and other YouTubers as well. But that's Matt Pearson of Blazes and Blades. I'm sure my buddy Jesse put it up in the description. Next person I want to talk about is Ron T Sawyer. Ron T Sawyer is just a good old boy like myself, just a good old country boy. He does camp videos, he does hunting videos, Sparks of Hope. He's a very, very big supporter of the troops. Does Fat Wood Fridays, of course. Supports the community. One of the biggest things that I've ever seen him do is when a community member would get hurt or have an unfortunate accident, he would bring awareness to it. And it's done in a very, very kind and empathetic manner. So I think that's a very wonderful thing to do. He's got a big, big heart. Very, very caring person. And Ron T Sawyer definitely needs our support. So if you're not subscribed to Ron T Sawyer, please go check his link in the description. It will be there, as well as Matt Pearson's. So please go check him out, subscribe to him. Next person I want to talk about is Dream Creations and Adventures. She has a lot of faith, loves God. That's number one to her. Miss Donna, she supports the community in very many different ways. She puts up a lot of the community videos on it. She's a very, very wonderful and sweet lady. She loves adventures. She loves mountain hikes, adventures of any kind. She could take a bad situation and turn it into an adventure and be creative enough to turn it into a positive. So it's something that I have admiration for. That's what I'm looking for. She loves doing our Fatwood Fridays. I've never seen her do a Fatwood Friday, but she watches our Fatwood Fridays and she gets into the community that does that. And you know, I love my Fatwood Friday. I like messing with the fatwood and everything. She loves America, and she has a huge love for the creativity of life. If you're being creative with yourself, if you're doing things that is creative as well as she does, you're probably going to get her support. But Miss Donna's a wonderful person. Please go check out Dream Creations and Adventures. The link will be in the description. Last person on episode 8 that I want to talk about is actually a family. And this family is the Shredder Knife Reviews. Shredder Knife Reviews is great friends of the channel. Me and Papa Shredders had very many conversations on Instagram, had other conversations on email, and has interacted between our videos and everything. Papa Shredder's name is Jonathan. They're fine with saying their names online. And the Shredder and the star of the show is Ezekiel, or who I call Zeke. He's got 2 sister Shredders and a mama Shredder, and it's a family channel. They love outdoor adventures, hiking, stuff like that, being out there, showing off their knives, using their knives in nature. The 2 main knives that I know that you're going to see on that channel is some Joker knives. They're a big advocate for Joker knives and off-grid knives. They love their off-grid knives. Off-grid knives make a wonderful knife from what I understand. Never held them, but I've got very many friends that has them. Such as, well, for one, I ain't going to go into that because this is about their shout out, not somebody else's. But trust me, I got other knife YouTube channels and buddies that have off-grid knives, and I hear wonderful things about them. Maybe I should get one myself. They love having family time together. I believe that John and Zeke started it up because Zeke wanted to do a knife channel, and Jonathan was like, you know, listen, I'll help you with this, but you got to stay on it, and you've got to keep promoting it, and you've got to keep doing it, and you've got to work at this. And Zeke put a lot of work into it, and he's done a wonderful job, and they've got a great channel, and it's got over 1,000 subscribers, and I would like to see them rise in subscriptions way more than that. They absolutely deserve it, in my opinion. Only thing else I got to say about him is I like to remind Jonathan that Zeke is the star of the show, and then he comes back at me and says, well, Little Bad's star of your show too. And it is what it is, and that may be true. But anyways, that's the end of this episode 8. Please go check out every single one of the links in the description. Give them all a subscribe if you will, and if you don't like their content, at least give them a try and watch at least 1 or 2 of their episodes. Everybody that's always supported me, I'm more than happy to give that love and support back. Well, that's the end of this episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment on my bad's videos. Tell my bad what you'd like to see. Y'all have a good one now. Bye bye.